Good morning. This is Mitch. I'm coming to you live from the Lamppost Coffee Shop. We're in the Austin, Texas area on another hot morning. It's going to be 90 something degrees today. Hope you've got your coffee. Thanks for dropping in. If you're watching us, flip over to chat and drop me a note in chat. I want to check chat out this morning, make sure everything's going okay. Let me know that you're there. And I want to continue my dress rehearsals for going live from the coffee shop. This is the coffee shop this morning. Excuse me, I've been fighting a cold. And there's some challenges that are always in place when you're dealing with a live broadcast like I am. And so that's why I'm experimenting for the next week or so, next few days. I'm on my 7th broadcast going live. And so I'm still sort of getting used to the setup, to the limitations of what I can do, what I can't do. And so bear with me. I'm dealing with some limitations. So if you're ever going to go live from a public setting, just be aware that there's going to be some issues that you have to deal with. And so far, these are some things that I've learned over the last 7 days, 7 broadcasts. I broadcast every weekday morning starting at 9 a.m. and go for about 45 minutes to an hour. Just depends on what's going on. I don't have a plan. There's no purpose other than to just hang out and test the broadcast, test the setup, get familiar with the equipment and the logistics. Some things I've learned, when you're going live from a coffee shop, number one is the noise issue. Now, OBS is what I'm using to stream, and OBS does have a noise suppression that you can add as a filter to your microphone, which I've done. And so if my mic sounds a little weird, it's because I've got that noise suppression system on its highest setting to try to cut out some of the noise that you get from a coffee shop, especially at 9 o'clock on a Friday morning. So there's always going to be noise issues that you have to deal with. And depending on how much money you want to spend, how fancy you get with your microphone and software and noise suppression systems, there are ways that you can deal with it, but there's always going to be some background noise and things that you have to deal with. The other thing here is equipment issues. I've got a laptop that I'm using that is about 4 years old, so the processing speed is not that great. And I'm limited because OBS and the noise suppression system and things that try to deal with processing going live eats up a lot of CPU. So I'm not doing too bad right now. My CPU usage is about 12%, 12 to 13%. I've noticed that if I get above 20%, things start to lag. And I still get some slow response time in terms of opening browsers and things like that. Things sort of slow down. So I'm limited by my equipment. I'm limited by my laptop. As soon as I can afford it, I will, of course, upgrade and buy a newer laptop, one that's got a much faster speed. Um, but right now, I'm limited by my processing speed. So if you see some lagging, be patient with me as I try to deal with the issues and the logistics. I've got a fairly good seat. I'm sitting against the wall on a bench that's cushioned, and I've got a bank of windows. I'll show you. Let's see. I'll show you sort of where we're set up here. I've got a bank of windows that provide plenty of light. So we're not in that bad a shape in terms of lighting. So depending on where you're going to go in terms of your public setting, lighting is always going to be an issue. Boy, I say a lot. I've noticed that. Something else I've noticed when reviewing my broadcast is when you're speaking live without a script, without any planning, you have to really pay attention to your voice. I say a lot of ums. And it's because we humans don't like silence. We feel like we need to fill up our silence, our lack of talking, with some sort of noise. And so we say, So that's one thing I've got to work on is not saying Now this is this feed here is coming off my iPhone that I've got running live on Facebook, and I've brought that into OBS as a separate media feed so that I can show you the setup, kind of where I'm located. Now I'm back to OBS on my laptop and full frame. And again, if you're with us this morning, I want you to jump into chat. Shoot me a question. We're just hanging out. It's a Friday morning, and we don't really have anything planned. And I was going over some things that I have learned over the last 7 days. This is my 7th live broadcast from the coffee shop, and these are some things that I've learned in terms of noise issues, equipment issues, and logistics. Why do it? Well, I've always liked hanging out in coffee shops because people see you and you meet people. You're sort of out of your comfort zone in terms of your studio, your home, your office. You're out in the public. It's a form of promotion. So people see me now and they could care less. That's the nature of the beast. You think you're sitting here broadcasting live on YouTube over in the corner of a coffee shop, and you think everybody's watching you, but they're not. They're involved in their own world. They don't even know what I'm doing for the most part. They could care less. And so that's one thing I've learned is that people see me, but they don't really pay much attention. So I can sit here and talk all day with you, and so what? Also, it gets you out of your comfort zone, gets you out of the studio, gets you out into the community, which is also a big plus because you want to be a part of the community, and the only way to do that is to get out and about, start meeting people. And of course, it's fun. It's a form of performance art. And if you're shy, it'll help you with your shyness. It'll help you develop as a public speaker. And hopefully you'll learn not to say so many ums like I've been saying. Um, um. All right. Noise issues, equipment issues, logistics, lighting. I do it because it's fun. I do it because I want to be out and about. I like people. I like meeting people. I like being out in public. And it's a way of promoting who I am and what I'm doing. Because people will ask occasionally, say, what the hell are you doing? Talking into that microphone. Let's see, what else? What else have I learned? Anything? I'm not sure there's much else that I can think about what I've learned. Trying to wrap my brain around it. 7 days. It's just, I do know it's a reason to get up in the kitchen. This is some Facebook music. Is it cutting out on me? My Wi-Fi may drag a little, so forgive me for that. The Wi-Fi here at the Lamppost is on and off. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not so great. So yesterday the Wi-Fi was off completely, and I had to broadcast using my hotspot on my iPhone. So you have to be flexible when you're going live. All right, here's Facebook. Let's see what's happening on Facebook. Much of nothing. Oh, Tom Cruise. AI threatens the art he's devoted his life to. Give me a break. Really? Got him. What is this? That's hilarious. Look at him. Spray him. Get him. Spray him. That's pretty funny. All right, here's my YouTube channel, and you'll notice the live broadcast here. I'm on number 7. And now I know they talk about when you do a YouTube channel that you want a niche. You want a specific niche. And for me, I've got too many interests. I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I like following politics, social media. There's so many things that I'm interested in that I've had a hard time finding just one niche to focus on. So you'll have to forgive me for that. All right, let's see. What's happening on, if there's anything interesting on YouTube. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit. Music seems a little loud. We'll turn it off. We'll go back up to what's happening. Anything we want to look at. Again, if you're watching, jump into chat and let's talk about something. I've got no plans for this morning. We're just hanging out. It's Hangout Friday. No plans, nothing much going on. Well, let's see what Nick Neiman has to say this morning. Here's an interesting looking fella. Wi-Fi is a little slow. Sorry about that. Okay, looks like my Wi-Fi is giving me problems. My Wi-Fi is giving me issues. Oh man. I'm getting an error. YouTube is not receiving YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So, well, that's the problem you have. That's a problem. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it other than switch back over to my hotspot, which may be a little quicker. Because I started off with an excellent stream, and now it's poor. So I don't know what to do about it. I'm not sure there's anything I can do about it. All right. See what I mean about dealing with issues? When your streaming is slow, I could try to flip over to my hotspot. I wonder what that would do. All right, let's see. All right, I have started streaming again, and now I'm on my hotspot, and it says excellent connection. So I've switched over from the Lamppost Wi-Fi, which was dragging, and switched over to my hotspot, and it shows excellent connection. So let's go from there. Okay, so here's the lesson learned, that if you switch over from Wi-Fi to hotspot, because your Wi-Fi goes out, you have to restart your streaming. It won't automatically go over. You have to restart your streaming on OBS. I had to restart the streaming, but now I'm on my hotspot, and we'll stay there for a few minutes and before we call it quits for the day. But anyway, so there you have it. That's why I call this a dress rehearsal, if you get my drift. Um, because you never know what's going to come up, what problem's going to arise. All right, if you're in chat, somebody give me a chat. Somebody drop in and chat with me. What's happening on the Facebook feed? All right, let's turn this back around. All right. All right, let's see. Since it's showing excellent, let's go back up to our YouTube and see if there's anything interesting we want to watch. See what's floating my boat this morning. See what's see a notification. See what's here. Yep, nothing there. All right, let's see what Gary's up to. Gary V. Okay, let's see. Yeah, my my Wi-Fi is just not cooperating today. When I try to stream something off of YouTube, it really drags. What a bummer. Hmm. Well, technical issues. Just a strong Wi-Fi. That's all I ask. Is that too much to ask for? I mean, come on. Streaming status is weak. All right. I'm going to switch back over, see what happens. I'm going to switch back over to... all right. Now I switched back over to Lamppost, and it shows excellent condition, excellent connection. Streaming status. So, what I'm running into is a streaming issue. I could stream I can stream as long as it's just me and you here. I can stream okay, just you and me. Okay. It's a good thing nobody's watching this because this is such a mess today. As long as it's just you and me, we're okay. But when I start trying to stream something off of YouTube, it's just, I can do Facebook okay, and I can probably go to LinkedIn maybe and check it out. Still shows excellent connection. But boy, if I start bringing in something off of YouTube, that's when I run into problems. Still excellent connection. Let's see if it, if I bring in some music. All right, I'm streaming music now off of YouTube, and it still shows excellent connection. So we'll see how long that lasts. It does seem to be cutting out, doesn't it? That's nice though. Nice music in the background for you and I to talk. I don't know if there's anything we can do when you've got a weak Wi-Fi. Not sure there's much can be done. Just you and me. So what are we going to talk about? Somebody needs to jump into chat. Need answer some questions, talk back and forth, talk about what's going on in the world. I mean, come on. Somebody show up. Here's the coffee shop. Still shows excellent connection, but I can see the stream seems to be lagging. Yep, just got an error. So we'll switch that back. We'll switch back. We'll go off of that. See if it, when I switched on to my iPhone feed, I got an error that the streaming was cutting out. So I switched off. Let's see if it goes away. See if it goes back to excellent. See if I can show you with what I'm dealing with here. See, this is what I'm dealing with. This is the YouTube studio. See this? It's right here. Now it was showing excellent. It was showing excellent connection until I started messing around. And over here is chat. And as you can see, nobody's there. Now I'm wondering if I refreshed, I would thought that I've got poor health. Hmm. What if I pause the music? I pause the music and see if that helps. Now the music should stop here in a minute because I paused the, the music. So weird. And it's all because of sucky Wi-Fi. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of the whole thing and see if the whole thing. I sound like a Texas hick saying thing. It's thing. Thing. All right, let's see. Still showing an error here. I wonder if there's a way to refresh. I'm going to refresh and see what happens. May cut me off. All right, let's see. I refreshed. And it still shows error in terms of the streaming. I was hoping it would come back excellent connection, but we've still got a wacky connection going on. That's so weird. Well, as I say, you can still hear me as long as you and I are talking. We're okay, I guess. Well, I think we're going to stop here and reconnoiter, as they say. I wish I knew. Yeah, I guess it's the Wi-Fi. The only thing it could be, the streaming is just not strong enough. One thing I could do, I wonder if what if we try this? Then we'll come up and just check our speed. I'm gonna do a Wi-Fi test speed here. Show you how weak it is. That's the download. Yeah, boy, that's pretty strong for download. Look at the download speed. Pretty good. Maximum download 77, uploads 24. Says very fast. Well, then why am I having such problems? Look at that. That's pretty good. That's the download speed. Now the upload. Your internet connection should be able to handle multiple devices streaming HD videos, video internet at the same time. Well, if that's the case, then why, oh why, am I showing an error YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming? What does that mean? Well, so the Wi-Fi seems to be pretty strong. So I wonder what the deal is. Very strange. That's linked in. Here's X. Does seem to be slow though, see? So I don't know what the deal is. Very strange. Look at these idiots. Oh, please, give me a break. All right, why am I not getting feed? Why am I not getting audio from the desktop? Because there's nothing happening. That's the reason. Well, I need to get some audio. Test it. Let's see here. We'll go over to, let's go back up to YouTube. When you feel angry, boy, that's me. When you're having technical issues, I feel angry. All right, Dr. Jordan Peterson. Come on, Jordan, tell me something. Okay, I've got another streaming error. So wacky. It showed excellent connection there for a while, and then it messed up on me. So I don't know why that's the case. Something's going on. I've got to figure this out. Oh, well. Well, that's the way it goes. All right. I'm quitting for the day. I've had enough. I am glad nobody's watching this because we're just hanging out and messing around. So it's Friday. We'll take the weekend off and we'll be back Monday morning. Try it again.